right, folks, grab a seat and pour your drink neat as Whiskers and Whiskies, I haven't even started drinking yet, presents Tales of the Trophies, Best of the Rest, Season 5. I'm Mike with EJ. How's it going, pal?
You know what? I'm a little sleepy today, to be honest. A little tired.
Yeah, you got the whole hoodie on and everything, hood
Yeah, I
pulled
got some
up.
like Palpatine looking,
Yeah,
vibes going on right now.
yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte's been going through a little bit of a sleep regression thing, which has landed me on her floor next to her crib,
Ooh.
at times. So just been a little sleepy after having a stomach bug that made her throw up, which was weird. We didn't really with Chloe, we didn't really have any instances of her throwing up as like a younger toddler,
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
obviously you're sick and with a million other things, but puking was not really one of the things. And so Charlotte got like just like a quick 12-hour bug, which I later found out was daycare because they were like, oh, she's not here today. Did she throw up? And it was like, what do you
Oh, what do
know?
you know about this? So,
So she puked, and
nothing
that
is
was
one.
weird. But yeah, exactly. Which is a weird situation. Obviously, she's too young to really tell us what's going on and stuff, and she was a little freaked out
Yeah,
by it. But yeah. I feel like we're on the end of this, just
good,
kind of
good, good, good.
week.
Good. I'm happy to hear that. Um, well, I just want to get to this. We are recording. It is November now.
It
Halloween's
is.
over. Spooky season's over.
I
It's
s-
holiday time, baby. It's holiday. Got the Mad Elf Grand Cru.
mm,
Just picked it up this weekend. So it's fresh. And Trogs is, definitely one of those breweries that I mean, Mad Elf is one that you can age and people do age it. I've had it aged. It's very good. But there's something about I don't know if, I assume you can age Grand Cru as well, but oh, something about having their beer fresh is nice.
Especially being in Pennsylvania now.
Mhm.
Like yeah, maybe it's doesn't make a difference, but I want to believe that we get things. Actually, we're further away from Hershey than we were.
Yeah, that's true. But the
Actually,
distribution lines maybe are a
yeah,
bit of a benefit to us. So,
yeah.
oh yeah, look at that. That's a
That's not the only.
nice
It's not the only
burgundy color
thing.
there.
Well, actually, this is probably a topic, a salient topic for people. It came up in my Teams chat at work, which was interesting. And I
Here's by
know
the way.
it's cheers. I know what your opinion's going to be on it, but I feel like I just gotta. I don't know the why
Mhm.
behind it, but the the Trogs Grand Cru is not the only holiday thing that you've put Halloween behind you,
Mhm.
and now you, like you said, you're moving forward towards a new holiday. Now most people are moving towards a holiday that is in this month, but you have just passed go,
Oh,
did not collect $200.
it's
You're in December.
I mean, Thanksgiving is like the halfway, in my opinion, Thanksgiving is like the halfway celebration of the Christmas season. Like Christmas season starts November 1 and it runs through like middle of January. Cause you got 12 days of Christmas, all that stuff, which start, after Christmas. And it's Thanksgiving is best served as a midway feast and of like a celebration of like, okay, now like we're really getting things started. I gotta say this Grand Cru is fantastic. I mean, tart Bolton cherries make all the difference. Flush with supporting notes of brown sugar, cinnamon, and clove. This beer begs to be shared. I mean, honest to God, if you like cherries, this is such a delectable beer. Oh, it's tart, but it's so strange because like it's definitely there. Like there's a little bit you get a lot of the clove. The brown sugar works with the cherries in such a way that's like it's hard to describe. Like because it's like notes of brown cherry, but like a brown sugar, but like different than if like you're baking with it. So good, man. So good. I fucking love this beer. Love it. Love it. Love the season. And yeah, man. I mean, listen, my wife's the same way when it comes to Thanksgiving. She doesn't want to put Christmas stuff up and everything, but you know what, man? Christmas is the goat. Like, it is the holiday. It is the numero uno holiday. There's no other holiday with as many people just fucking off for the rest of the year. Like in the middle of December, it's like, we'll get to that after Christmas. There's no other holiday where you can say, we'll get to that, after that thing. Like it's just how it all lines up. It's perfect. Um, there's no other holiday where like the decorations are so robust. Like you can make an argument, like you deck things out in St. Patrick's Day in green, and Halloween. Obviously, you got all the fall stuff like that. But like the lights and the glitz and glamour, yeah, you can have like a haunted house for Halloween and everything. But like the glitz and glamour and warmth and joy of Christmas, just it's global. Like I know people celebrate Day of the Dead and stuff like that, but it's just so everyone has their own ways of doing Christmas, and it's a global phenomenon. And just, you know, it
So for the
really
listeners that
is.
aren't picking up on this, Mike has already put up his Christmas tree,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
really where we are going
Oh,
here.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
November 1, Christmas
November
tree
1,
was
it
up.
came up. November 1, it came up. It did. It did because, especially this year, because daylight savings, I'm not sure exactly how the rules work for when it ends. But like this year it ended, like Halloween was Friday, Saturday evening, we set the late night, we set the clocks forward. We set the clocks back, right? So like, last year I feel like it was like the 9th of November when we did it, so we had a little bit more grace. This year it came right away. So like you got to get the tree up so that way whenever the sun doth set at about 5 p.m., you got the Christmas tree and the lights from that glimmering, looking all good, looking all sharp. I have an alarm set on my phone set for like around the time I usually log off of work. So when that Christmas tree light comes on, when it's right outside my office, I'm like Pavlov's dog. And it's beautiful because it's like, oh man, like, you know, log off work, hopefully, for like a couple of hours until I eventually log back on and keep working. But like, you know, it's just,
I need you to record whatever you use, Zoom or Teams. One, I need you to set a meeting at the end of the day. Just well, people probably do that to you anyway because of your time zone differences
yeah,
and where people are at. But I need you to record one of those meetings, and I need to see the light flick on, like in your like the reflection of the lights hitting your face, and
yeah,
you going, "I need to stop." Do you see that? That's my time to stop. I'll be back on in a couple hours,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that's my hard stop. I
Yeah.
need to physically like see you hard stop a meeting because your Christmas tree told you it
I
was time
I
to.
wonder if it would I could do it. I wonder though if it would show up because like when I turn on these lights, this
Yeah,
one's on a remote. Um, this one's manual. Like obviously it makes a difference. I wonder
sure.
if I had them off and the crystal tree light comes off, you'd pick it up.
That'd be just
I'll
hilarious.
test
All of a
it.
sudden, people would be like, "What? Why is there like green and red lights on your face?"
Oh, it's white.
Uh,
I go white. I don't do the multicolor though. I should do the multicolor until we put the decorations. That's the compromise. Is that like I don't deck the tree until later in November. Like I wait, but like it is also, it also so happened that like this past Saturday was like decent enough weather. And it was sunny and it was not freezing cold. So like, got to get the lights out, on the bushes out front and everything like that. So
yeah.
on the tree out front. So you gotta do that. You can't. That's the thing. Even if you are like such a staunch anti tree going up right after Halloween, put the lights up whenever you get the shot. Like whenever you get the chance, you have to take advantage of it. Keep football on your phone, turn
See,
the
I
lights
think that's
on. And
even.
that's the only way you can watch football if you're a YouTube TV person anyways. So
Yeah. I think that's even more controversial in a lot of people's eyes. Mind you. I guess I didn't put my position here. I'm team Christmas now. Like
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I haven't ever had the goal to be able to do it, the stones to be able to start this early. I think having two daughters will help me
Hmm.
in that sense,
Oh yeah.
right? Because
Oh
it's going
yeah.
to be really hard to not to say no to them. And we actually, our tree's going to go up a lot earlier this year because we got a brand new one from my parents. They got like this honestly fucking like 80-pound tree that's like
Oh my gosh.
it's an 8 foot fake tree, but it's like $1,000 tree they got from a friend who
Oh
had
nice.
just a ton of them, and they were like, well, we have two of them and we don't need two, do you guys want one? So they brought it. I mean, this is a thing that I don't even know if Kelly can help me get it up the stairs. Like, I actually think I have to have my
Does it come in
brother-in-law.
pieces or is it one
Yeah,
piece?
yes, but
Okay.
it's two pieces, but they're just fucking
Oh, only
heavy in the
two
back.
pieces.
I
Oh,
think it's only two.
that's
Um,
tough. Yeah, I
but
have
it's nice.
two.
I'm excited for it. But
Yeah.
because we need my brother-in-law's help, I think we want to do it before Thanksgiving, like before
Yeah.
we go to Michigan. I think our tree's actually probably, like you said, not decorated
Yeah.
until we get back, but we'll probably have it up.
Yeah, I have two 9 footers and one's in 3 pieces and one's in 4 pieces. Cannot recommend Home Depot enough for trees. Like honestly, it's I kind of like am shocked. They're like, oh, we only have two. Well, we have two. We don't need two, brother. I have two full sizes, and I'm shopping for mini trees right now. So like, I stopped at Lowe's. And I was just looking at their selection of mini trees and like real 3 foot trees that you can decorate with a theme and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
do one of my main trees could be a Coca-Cola tree. So get all
Okay.
like the Coca-Cola bears and all that stuff and deck it out that way and everything. And then I think I'm gonna do one with like we'll see. Like I'm gonna try to find like some different decoration. Because you get those like I love buying the ornaments too. Like, there's so many different like sets and themes and there, Target has great stuff. Like, I love going to like the little Christmas shops, like the little like festivals that pop up and stuff, and you can get good sets there and stuff. And but yeah, Home Depot has really good, reasonably priced and like solid trees, like great light disbursement. Um, you can get all different types of branches and stuff like that. So yeah, cannot recommend
Also,
Home Depot enough.
Also, shout out Bronner's. Bronner's, if for all you Michiganders, you're going to know what this is. For everyone else, it is the largest Christmas store in the world, and it's
Oh,
located in Michigan.
man, I gotta get
But
to
you
Michigan.
can go online. It's in
We
a
gotta
place
go
called
to Michigan.
Frankenmuth.
We gotta go to Michigan.
It's a lovely place. It's a
How
huge
close is that to like East Lansing?
actually, because it's not by Detroit. So, how far is Frankenmuth from East Lansing?
Put
Maybe
up
like an hour and a half.
put up your hand. Put up your hand and you show me where they are.
So I know it's going to be blurry. So if this is weird to do backwards. Yeah, I almost have turned. So if Detroit is down here-ish,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
you gotta get the camera angle here. There she is. Um, East Lansing's over here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, I guess if you're using my thumb, Frankenmuth's like up more north than the thumbish, almost to the thumb near
Oh,
Flint.
so it is a hike. It's a little bit of a
Uh, yeah. So from like Detroit, it's a hike. I mean, I grew up a
Is it
little
close
bit.
to Ann Arbor?
No, Ann Arbor's east of Detroit, so it's
Hmm.
Ann Arbor's further south. Like it's south like Detroit. It's just
It's
actually
south like Detroit, but like not South Detroit.
there is no South Detroit.
Oh,
Journey,
well,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
There's downriver, which is the southern part of
Uh-huh.
what you do. Sorry, Ann Arbor's west, but it's like south. So East Lansing, let's see here. So I would say Frankenmuth, it looks like is almost yeah, almost directly north. Oh, whoa. Frankenmuth is way farther north than I thought compared to Lansing. I guess I've never really thought about it. Um, let's see here. Frankenmuth. Frankenmuth's also, as it sounds, very German. And Bronner's obviously is too. But Frankenmuth's a place that you can get like a turkey leg, right? Like then you don't have to go to like a Renaissance festival. It has like that kind of really. It's actually really cool in the Christmas time because Bronner's there, but just like it has a Bavarian theme to the little downtown
I love
area
that. I
and
love
everything.
that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. And we went up there. Oh, actually, okay, hour and 14 minutes, so it's really not that far from.
Get turkey
Um,
leg, get some Christmas decorations, maybe a giant pretzel.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Frankenmuth. Shout
yeah.
out.
They got caramels.
They might. It's been a long time, actually. I think like the last time I've been to Frankenmuth is well, it was since Kelly and I, maybe right before our wedding, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's been like 8 years or so. It's been
Mm-hmm.
a long time because it's
Well, it
not
sounds
really
like we're
near
going
where
to
my parents live
Frankenmuth,
now.
brother.
I'm down.
We're going to Frankenmuth into East Lansing.
Yeah, and if you were wondering, the band Greta Van Fleet,
Mm,
that is they are from Frankenmuth.
really?
Yes, and they are named after a lovely old lady who's Gretna Van Fleet.
Okay.
And so they asked
Real
her if they
person.
could use, yeah, and they said, "Hey, we're in this band. Do you mind if we like your name's awesome? Do you mind
Yeah.
if we do Greta instead of Gretna?" She's
Yeah.
like, "I don't really like your music. Like, I don't understand your music. I'm not like into rock because she's like 90, but she's like, you guys are sweet. So yes."
But she's 90. Like, okay.
It's not that she's not. I'm sure she's heard of rock and roll when she was growing up. It's not that.
Well,
Like I
yeah,
think
but
it's
like,
just
I mean,
not her cup of tea.
there's such. So my cousin turned me on to Grant Van Fleet last summer, and I listened to them. I'm like Led Zeppelin, like very similar type of sound to Led Zeppelin, and
Yeah.
I feel like if she's 90, she probably would have been like, yeah, when did they become? When did Yeah, I feel like that she was probably in the sweet spot for like Led Zeppelin, or at least appreciating it at the time.
Yep. So she was in 2019. An article was written, and she was 88 at the time.
Okay.
So I don't know when their first album. Obviously, they were a band together because there's three brothers and a friend. Earlier than when they had their first release album that was a hit. But yeah, I mean, so when
Well,
they asked
okay.
this lady, she was well into her 80s.
Well, Led Zeppelin was active from 68, so you know, so okay. So 2019, 2018, 68, that's 50 years, right? 50 years, right? I get that. It's because to me, the 80s still is like 30 years ago when
Oh,
it's not.
look at this lady. This lady. I didn't even know what she looked like. I just know the story because obviously I like the band as well, and them being from Frankenmuth is pretty cool here. But here, I sent you in the little chat. Look at, oh, come on, little Gretna. Look at that.
Oh, she's sweet.
What a sweet little lady.
She's sweet. Hmm.
So I don't think they're a bluegrass band. Who the hell wrote this
Hmm.
article? Okay. Anyway, so we took a lot more time on Christmas, but I just felt like it was something that actually Kelly's the one that was like, Mike already has the Christmas tree up, and I was like,
Mhm.
well, that checks out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's get into it here. So it was kind of a down weekend, I think, for college football. Like we were due, I kept saying every Saturday's been awesome, 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 but like, I think we were due for a down Saturday, and we kind of had that. I mean, there were some upsets. The mid afternoon late games went bananas. Miami lost another one, obviously. That's probably the biggest upset. Hugh Freeze finally got shit canned at Auburn. But I think the big thing we want to talk about, and I have been dying to look at, is the CFP rankings. Have you seen them yet?
I have not. I mean, I got like a quick notification on my phone, so I saw who was number one, which I
Well,
don't think is going to surprise anybody, right? Like the top four is probably pretty
yeah, as
set in
as we
stone.
know, like Memphis is number one, like without a
Right.
question. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. The committee is definitely going to let that happen again,
yeah,
having a power a group of five hosting, having a buy-in hosting.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
yeah, so yeah, listeners, like this is Tuesday. We're recording this. Usually we record on a Sunday or Monday. Honestly, just like happenstance made it a Tuesday, and then it was the rankings come out about 30 minutes before we're going to record. Don't look at them.
yeah,
is what our text thread was between the two of us, so that we can kind of react to it live here.
and then the pod comes out tomorrow, so our commentary can be very, very timely for it. So
Yes, worked out
let's
very well.
let's dive in.
All right, so
Let's.
you're gonna pull it up. That's fine. You pull it up and you tell me to count me down. Actually, yeah, count me
I can
down.
share my screen, or do you want me to count you down?
I kind of want to just go bit by bit and just like react.
Okay, okay. Let's. Does someone just have a list here? I've got the.
No, you must watch the entire show on ESPN. This is gonna be so. This is an interesting like part to react to because
Okay.
one of the things we should probably do when we talk about this is talk about which some of these teams are gonna still play each other,
Mhm.
so naturally are gonna knock people out of this. But without even looking, I just know the commentary on people like giving their projections earlier today was just that like there's a growing sense, and again, this is me not I did not fact check this. So please forgive me if these people are just idiots and I'm spewing off fake news here. But I think there was just like an understanding that there's potentially going to be a decent amount of people left out. Like there's going to be
Yeah,
some hard decisions of like a lot of one loss teams and a lot of two loss teams that people are going to want in that are going to be left out. Which is interesting because and this is probably going to just lead to the eventual 16 stinker anyway. But yeah, I was curious to see how much of that, like how many of these teams are going to play each other and naturally knock themselves out, or they're really going to be like tough decisions to be made,
yeah.
like a few teams being left out at the end.
Well, this is okay. This is interesting. Okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, I understand now what they're doing. Okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you want the bracket or do you want the rankings?
Let's do the rankings.
Okay. So, 1-1 Ohio State, right?
Okay.
Number
Makes
two.
sense. Defending champs, undefeated. There's no reason to not to drop that many spots.
Yes. Number 2, Indiana. Undefeated.
That's interesting though.
You think?
I'm
I mean, they're
I'm
number 2 in the AP and they're undefeated and everything. And there are, that's going to sort itself out when they play each other. So,
but yeah, but not gonna sort itself out until the championship game though, right? So
mm,
that's gonna really carry them through. I mean, depending on how the rest of like some of these games play out, they might not get they might be a 4. They still might get a bye. They might lose in the
they
Big Ten
may.
championship game and still get a bye.
They may.
Because of the new way that the seating works this year. I guess I'm just surprised that like A&M didn't jump them. I guess has A&M is that 3?
Well, if if that cooks your noodle about Ohio State and Indiana, 3, 4, 5 is A&M,
Okay.
Alabama, Georgia.
Okay. So
So
A&M, like, okay, so Alabama makes sense because
they have a
obviously
loss
the
to Florida
loss,
State. Yep. Mhm.
but they're clearly the best team in the SEC right now. So like I agree they definitely should be in the top 4.
Well, I mean, you could make an argument the way that A&M just absolutely shit stomped LSU that they are the best team in the SEC right now. But that's me giving a little bit of not being a total homer there. So
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I would my question to why I'm surprised. I guess I'm not surprised because they're undefeated, so it would be a pretty ballsy move to put them. I guess now that I think about it, I forgot that
oh,
Alabama has a
6 is Ole
loss.
Miss. Sorry, I didn't see that. So you have 4 SEC teams. So it's the top 2 Big Ten
Oh,
teams, the
that's
2 undefeated Big Ten teams, and then A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss are 3, 4, 5, 6.
interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess like my thought would be like kind of who is A&M beaten. So
Oh,
they beat a Notre Dame team early in the year, and it looks like Notre Dame is good. I don't know if they're great, and I don't think they're going to get a real. They might not get a chance to prove that they're great because of their schedule. Right? They
wow.
lost to two meaningful games in their on their schedule. So that's tricky. Who is A&M beaten in the
They
SEC?
they they beat Auburn by
Okay.
6 points. Yeah. They destroyed Florida. They
Okay.
beat Arkansas by a field goal.
Wow. So they've beaten three teams that do not currently have a head coach. Got
That's
it.
right. That's right. That's
And a
right.
fourth, and they got the fourth one
Yeah.
fired. Okay,
They
so
beat
that doesn't
Mississippi
count.
State 31-9, but
Great.
like, yeah, it's, yeah,
So they haven't beaten anyone.
yeah, right. So you could say
Interesting.
Alabama, who, beat,
I would
four
probably put
ranked teams in a
Alabama. That's to say,
row.
I would honestly put Alabama ahead of them. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Very,
Okay.
but I think that the fact that they're undefeated is definitely, they're showing, despite them saying that they're taking strength of schedule into account, they're not really taking strength of schedule
Now,
into account here.
oh, but it's the SEC.
Right,
Okay. Well,
right.
those four teams don't have coaches, and Arkansas doesn't have an SEC like a conference win yet. So
Yeah, yeah.
interesting. Okay.
So there,
Bama. So then you said Georgia. Georgia is still currently a one-loss team,
mhm.
only losing to Alabama. Correct.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then
And then
Ole
Ole
Miss.
Miss losing to Georgia.
Mhm.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So head to head. Fine with
Yes,
that. And what
yes.
still a one-loss team, Ole Miss, and they have beaten I guess like Oklahoma, although they're starting to slip down.
Well, but they had a big win last week. They had a big win last week. I think is what they're looking at with Ole Miss, right? So that's I think
Okay.
that's what they're really looking at.
So wait, who did they beat last week? I'm not trying to be like an ass about it.
Ole Miss, Oklahoma.
Okay, yeah, Oklahoma. So that's yeah, but that's what I mean. Like Oklahoma's now kind of like starting to free fall and has not looked like the pre-Mateer injury Oklahoma. So that's the and that was the first. That's right. That's the first knock. I guess like honestly, from my perspective, I don't know. It's interesting. I would think Oregon there. I would feel like that you could have that argument of Oregon being in a very similar spot, lost to
We're gonna have a minute till we get to Oregon.
oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Who's
so
seven?
that it's there's definitely some interesting grouping. Like they are definitely speaking to. There's clear conference preference, right? So you have the two Big Ten teams, they're undefeated. Then you have four SEC teams. Then it's BYU after that. So the seventh seed is BYU.
Okay, I mean, I guess I can't be mad. I don't. Do I think right now if Oregon and BYU played each other that BYU would win? No,
Yeah.
but I guess I can appreciate them being the only undefeated team in the Big 12, right? Obviously, they're going to be challenged this week. Okay, I still well, okay, well, okay, let's keep going because if they only have like two Big 12 teams, then that's like a load of crock of shit.
The second Big 12 team is the number 8 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Okay, so they're likely going to knock each other out, right?
Yeah,
If
well, they play
Tech
this week.
loses,
They play
they're
this week.
done, right? Like
Yes.
maybe sneak in at 11 if they
Yeah,
win
no,
the
this
conference.
is must win for Texas Tech because they already have the loss to Arizona State. So, oh,
Yeah.
very interesting. Matchup predictor. I clicked on this game. Matchup predictor 61% Texas Tech versus BYU. BYU getting very little respect from the computer, it would seem. So
Yeah.
so we got the two Big Ten teams, four SEC, and then two Big 12 teams. And then comes Oregon. So to me, even though Oregon only has the one loss to Indiana, maybe they're looking at the Penn State win and not ranking that as highly because of who Penn State has become. But yeah, that's where we're sitting right now.
Yeah. I I mean, I guess I'm not going to be too mad because ultimately BYU are like they're going to get a home playoff game.
Hmm.
Um,
as they should, you know.
Because well, so you said five Georgia, six Ole Miss, seven BYU, eight Tech. So right now they aren't, but they will because BYU or Tech are gonna are gonna knock themselves below them regardless.
Yeah, yeah. So Oregon would potentially hop up if they win and get a home playoff game. Yep.
Okay. I would still argue that's just interesting. This committee because like they want to talk about this and that, but like right now, neutral site Oregon against Ole Miss. I might take Oregon, right? Like there aren't too many arguments to
Oh
be
no,
made right
it'll be
now.
Oregon Texas Tech. Oregon Texas
Yeah.
Tech is how it is right now.
Yeah, I just mean like if remove the
Oh,
rankings. If
remove the
I'm just saying,
rankings.
okay, if I put Oregon against Ohio State, I'm probably taking Ohio State at this point. If I'm taking Oregon and Indiana, already played itself out. Fine, you can make an argument that that would be another great game. Oregon, Alabama, no problem there. Probably think Alabama would win that. Oregon, A&M, like I don't know. Like I said, like A&M hasn't played anyone. Oregon, Georgia, the way that fucking defense looks, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just interesting for them to be nine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that they are it's very interesting that they saw them below BYU Texas Tech. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's just to give some extra pop for the game this week.
yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Okay.
Um Now here's where things get screwy. 10,
So
11,
10
12.
and 11, 12's probably whatever the group of five is, right?
Yes. 12 is Memphis.
Okay.
We'll just put that which, should be because they had the
Well,
loss and they beat Tulane's or they beat South Florida. So
but who do
can't
they have this week? They still have another tough game, right?
yeah, Memphis has and just for
Is this South
reference,
Florida? Are they playing each other?
Memphis is, not even in the top 25. Like when they rank the top 25, Memphis is
Tulane.
not in there. Memphis already beat South Florida 2 weeks
Okay.
ago. They
That's
have
right.
Tulane this week, then they go to East Carolina,
Yeah.
and then they have Navy.
So I wonder how many of these schools have a chance, right? So like Tulane's only one loss. So if they were to beat
Navy's 5-1. They're at the top of the conference right now.
and they lost to North Texas this last week, which wasn't a very good look for them.
Mhm.
Interesting. So it's just interesting. So really, I think like this year, the group of five is still undetermined, but then also very unlikely to compete with
Well, the
the five.
Americans also beating the shit out of each other.
Right. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
they're really good team.
I
Like
think I think we're gonna get a Sun Belt team, maybe sneaking their way in there.
little JMU action.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
Good.
I'm thinking. Um,
Okay, sorry. 10, 11. So let me just think for a second. So
yeah.
you already have okay, so we don't have an ACC
Let me
school.
think about it.
So we don't have an ACC school, so that's going to slot in. I don't even know who's at the fucking top of that. I think Pitt. Pitt's at the top now that Miami is lost.
We're forgetting
Yeah, who am I
the top
forgetting?
team.
Yeah, shoot.
It's
I
no
do know
you have
this.
no
Oh,
reason
Georgia
to
Tech. But they
no.
just lost. Oh, fuck. Okay. But that's another wrinkle to that. Like that's still undetermined. Who's the undefeated? Oh, Virginia?
That's right. 8-1 Virginia Cavaliers. The Who's lost to North NC State in their second game of the season.
The
But they are
Wolfpack with these two upsets.
but it was the thing about that NC State game, EJ, it was not a conference game.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, it was not. So they are
Yeah.
5-0 in the ACC, top of the ACC, even though they lost to the dregs of the ACC and NC State.
Yeah.
That's so because I pulled up the ACC rankings.
Yeah.
I'm like 5-0 in the conference. What? But it wasn't considered a conference game.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so it's right now it's UVA Tech.
And
And then
I think UVA is going to finish the season. Like I don't see where they screw up. They have Wake Forest this week at home. Or I'm sorry, next week because they're on a bye. They're on a bye this week. Then they have Wake Forest at home. They go to Duke, and then they have Virginia Tech.
Duke could be tricky, especially
And then
ahead
Virginia
of
Tech's a rivalry game.
right ahead of the rival. Well, that they have a bye week for that. It's probably Duke.
Virginia, Georgia Tech, Pitt. That's the top of the ACC right now, with Georgia Tech being 5-1 in the conference, 8-1 overall, and Pitt being 5-1 the conference, 7-2 overall. Honestly, Georgia Tech by losing to NC State, even though I just called them the dregs of the conference. Yeah, not great for them. And also they kind of fucked me on pick them this week, but what are you gonna do? So
So, okay, so you have interesting. So, not likely to lose
oh wait,
in Chestnut Hill, but so Pitt and Georgia Tech will eliminate each other because
yes.
they play each other.
Yes.
Um, so
Pitt
then
has
it,
a real grinder of a schedule left. They have Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, and Pitt. Or I'm sorry, in Miami.
yeah, and
Georgia Tech
then
has BC, Pitt, and Georgia. Virginia has the easy road out.
yeah, so Virginia's likely into the conference championship game, and then Louisville has they're just so weird.
Yeah, they're bipolar. I don't trust them at all. They have
Three home games.
Cal at home,
Yeah.
Clemson at home, at SMU, and they're looking right. And then
Yeah.
Kentucky.
That's probably the game, right? Like ahead of a rivalry game, sandwiched in between Clemson and Kentucky, having to go out to Texas.
Yeah.
That's probably
Cal's coming. The Calgorithm's coming to.
yeah. I can't. I have such a. There's no way to like understand them, right? Like
No.
maybe I'm not smart enough to understand the
Well,
algorithm, right? I don't
there's a
know.
lot of smart people at Cal.
I
So,
don't know if I think I just don't understand the algorithm, but like they can look so great one week and complete dog shit the next. And I thought it was just home and away, traveling
no,
across the country.
no.
No, they've looked great on the road sometimes and looked like dog shit at home sometimes. So
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
idea, but they have the potential to beat you. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to play them.
They do. They do have the potential to beat you.
Okay, so UVA 10. So there's not
Oh, no,
likely.
no, 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 no. Not
Oh,
UVA's
okay.
11.
They really hate the ACC.
So UVA is 11 while being ranked 14 in the
Well, that's
rankings.
yeah,
So
but
they're the
that's
top
bullshit.
ACC team, so they had to put them in, but they are ranked 14.
So is it Notre? No, it can't.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's the Irish. The Irish are 10.
so they're the two loss team.
They are the two-loss FBS independent. Yeah, they're getting in. With their close losses to Miami, which if Miami
Looks
keeps losing,
shitty.
that's gonna be bad. And then 1 point loss to A&M. So, but at
See,
this point,
I don't like
I
that.
don't think given Miami already lost another game, I don't think that there's anything that is going to take the shine off of Miami for them. I think that Miami also eliminated at this point. They are 2-2 in the conference. Like they're out. A team that was what three nationally, two or three nationally not long ago is now out.
Yeah, it's Groundhog's Day again.
Sorry, Doyle. Or sorry, Chris.
Yeah, it's Chris.
Bad.
Interesting. So, yeah, see, that's what I don't like about Notre Dame, man. Like, I just don't agree with it. I
But
don't.
no, do you not? Do you not?
I just feel like you got to be like, this is just another. I mean, you're still not punishing them for being out of conference. Like, they lost two, and they lost to the two teams that had a pulse on their schedule. So,
Mhm.
like, if you're telling me, would I rather have the Mormons or Tech both in versus them? 100%.
Really?
Yeah, I'd definitely take two Big 12 teams over that. I mean, who's the fourth Big 10? This is probably not the year.
I could also argue though that if Notre Dame was playing an ACC or a Big 12 schedule, they might not have two losses right now.
No, they'd have like three or four. So, like,
No.
if they were in the SEC,
And I said
yeah,
ACC or Big 12 schedule.
that's fine. But I'm just that they are in the ACC schedule. That is exactly what they have.
Yeah.
It is. It's ACC plus the armed services plus one non-conference game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, I always hate the SEC bias. Would I rather see Texas or Notre Dame? Texas. Would I rather see Pavia or Notre Dame? Pavia.
Notre Dame.
I know the two teams. You don't like Pavia. Get it. But like, I wouldn't. Yeah, there's no way. I would rather see a fifth, or well, I guess what was it? Four. Yeah. So I'd rather see a fifth SEC school. Shit. Give me the Bearcats.
Give me the Bearcats. Well, Speaking of the Bearcats,
The
who are not
Utes.
not
Like,
even ranked in the top 25, the Bearcats.
I know, like Utah. Give me Utah. Like,
Well, let's talk about teams that are ranked in the top 25. So the rankings, we covered it, like Ohio State, Indiana, 1, 2. Then you got the four SEC teams, A&M, Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss. Two of the Big 12 teams that play this week, BYU and Texas Tech, Oregon, Notre Dame. Then obviously they have to add an ACC school, so they have Virginia. They have to add, who sits at 14. In between Notre Dame and Virginia, there is Texas, Oklahoma, and the Utes, Utah. After Virginia, you have Louisville, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech, Miami, Southern Cal, Iowa, Michigan, Mizzou, Washington, Pitt, Tennessee. And then obviously you have Memphis unranked getting in as the group of five school. So, I think when I look at this, obviously there is, a lot of this is going to work itself out as we get through November, even this week with BYU and Texas Tech playing. I think the biggest things that we can take away from this is that clearly, I think the committee views the SEC as the premier conference, given not only how they have the four SEC schools ranked in there, but they also have Oregon below the two Big 12 schools, which again, I think that they had to do that just to, like, that's just a gimmick, I think, for the game this week to, it was already an elimination game for Texas Tech and somewhat for BYU. So I think that they are, though BYU, if they lose, could get another shot in the Big 12 title game. So I think they're just trying to bring some extra shine to that. But the fact that then you have Oregon below that, like, you could very easily have put Oregon at 7 or, 5 or 6. I don't think they're better than Bama, but I think you put them at 5 or 6. But clearly, where they have, like, that's the biggest thing to me, that like they view the SEC as more elite than the Big Ten, just based on how these rankings are. And then clearly they're telling the ACC to get their shit together. But respect to the Big 12 is definitely what they're getting. Because if you look at the rest of the rankings too, I mean, Utah's higher up than, you have three Big 12 schools higher than the top ranked ACC school. Um, but I don't think that, there's no one else in the Big 12 that's ranked right now. There are many ACC schools ranked, but I think that's just a lot of these teams are going to start playing themselves, and then we'll see some things kind of move around. So,
yeah, man, I don't. It's like I just see them talking out of both sides of their mouth when it
totally,
comes to
totally,
rankings, which is just such horseshit.
they
Like when you
are
look at someone
definitely.
like Ole Miss, they are completely benefiting off the fact that they were preseason ranked 10th and 10 other schools were preseason ranked, because let me tell you about the gauntlet they've had to go through here. Georgia
Are we
State,
really going to get into this Ole Miss slander again? Are we really going to
Kentucky,
get into Lane
Arkansas,
Kiffin slander again?
Tulane,
This is ridiculous, dude. I mean, Ole Miss is a
Wazoo,
good football team. Ole Miss is a
South
very good football team. They
Carolina.
lost by one score to Georgia between the hedges. They're a very good football team, and they're going to show it as the year goes on.
What
Have
do you
they?
mean? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Please circle this weekend when they show it against the Citadel.
Oh, come on. Well, everyone
Go
has
ahead. They were
cupcakes,
there.
EJ.
You said they are going to show it this
Everyone
year.
has cupcakes,
I
EJ.
cannot wait to see the
Everyone
Citadel
has
and
cupcakes.
at Stark Vegas when it's dead in Thanksgiving. Can't wait.
Sir, Mississippi State's playing good football right now. Playing good football right now.
Yeah, beating
They
up
got
on
Georgia this
winless
week.
conference teams.
They got Georgia this week. I think Kirby better watch out.
Oh, you strong enough to take them against cover? You taking the
What's
points?
the line?
I mean, on officially pick 'em, not bets. You bet about 50 games a week. I'm talking about you get 3 to pick for our pick 'em. You feel that confident?
What's the line?
Well, ESPN. Okay, well, you have it on the app. Why wouldn't it be on the website too? I can guess
Eight
it.
and a
I was
half.
gonna say it's over 7.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Book it. I'm gonna
This is
wait
such
till
a great conundrum for you
I'm
because
gonna
Ole Miss is
wait.
such a good team.
I'm
So which
gonna.
one is it?
Oh wait, sorry. No, it opened at eight and a half. It's already at seven and a half. You know what? Screw it.
Okay.
Screw it.
We'll put it down. You get the Bulldogs
I,
in
I
two
I
weeks.
want the Bulldogs. I want. Let's see
You
what it
want the
is on FanDuel.
cowbells.
See what it is on FanDuel.
They're probably not going to have it up because it's 3 weeks away.
No,
Uh,
no. I'm saying Mississippi State and oh
oh,
wait. I thought we were talking about Mississippi State
sorry,
this
sorry,
week.
in Georgia. Yes, sorry.
Mississippi State and Georgia is this week. Yes, which
Yes.
is seven and a half on
In
FanDuel.
Georgia? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you want that.
That's what I'm talking about. To be clear, I mean, if you want me to take Ole Miss and Mississippi State, we can see what that line is 3 weeks from now. But right now, on FanDuel, Mississippi State getting seven and a half against Georgia. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Bulldogs, seven and a half. Brandon Walker's gonna be in the house. He can't get his heart broken twice. I mean, he absolutely can. He
No,
probably will.
it's not even going to be heartbroken because it's just going to be like completely done within about 15 minutes.
You were just telling me that you haven't been impressed with this Georgia team, and now you're saying it's gonna be done in 15 minutes in Stark Vegas.
It's not. The game's between the hedges. Oh no, I clicked in Mississippi State. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, a noon kickoff. Ooh. Stark Vegas is only Stark Vegas at night.
60,000 cowbells ringing strong.
Yeah, but that's my point. That's my point. Then Georgia is this like I don't know, man. You can't have the rankings on a team like Ole Miss like mean something and then not when you have half of the Big 12
What's your
ranked
biggest
within
what's
two
your biggest
losses.
gripe? Your biggest gripe is the Big 12 isn't getting more respect.
No, I just my biggest gripe is like you're basically locked in here, right? So like Ole Miss is not dropping anywhere further than like there's going to be very little movement to these lines. There's only two teams in this entire bracket that play each other. And if it's BYU, it'll be interesting. Do they just say fuck them and they're done? If one loss, like I don't like I guess
You're forgetting the
I'm
championship games. You're forgetting the championship games. So I
but see,
don't
I
think
just
that
don't
they'll
think that's
I
gonna
think
be
that they're
like
putting I think they're putting BYU and Texas Tech where they are at 7-8 so that whenever the conference championship games happen, I mean, I guess the only thing you could do realistically is move them down to 8 and 9, but then that makes them more fringe. Or, I mean, you could move them to 9 and 10 if you want to, but like, I don't think either of us would put Notre Dame above them right now, but we would probably put Oregon above them. So,
but okay, so you're talking about the Big 12 championship. That's fine, but like what happens if Tech loses this game?
I, unless they win the conference, they're out for me.
How do they win the conference? So if you're 8-2 and you're 8-2 with five other schools, you're probably going to lose a bullshit or four other schools. Or four, yeah, one, two, three other
There's still
schools for.
Texas Tech still has a way to win. Now the crazy thing to me, actually, as I look at the Big 12 standings right now, the fact that Cincinnati's not in the top 25 is criminal. Criminal. 7-2 Cincinnati's not in the top 25. You have 6-3 fucking C. You have 6-3 Tennessee. You have 6-2 Mizzou, whose quarterback is toast. 7-2 Michigan. That's what pisses me off. 7-2 Michigan. Like, do we really think, are we really going to have this conversation about the Michigan Wolverines this year? Come
No,
on.
they're going to lose to Ohio State.
Yeah, get them out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like
You're wasting a spot. The 6-2 Iowa Hawkeyes are ranked above Michigan. What are we doing? Honestly, get every Big Ten, USC, Iowa, Michigan, Washington, get them out of here. There's three teams in the Big Ten. It's Ohio State, it's Indiana, it's Oregon. Everyone else, just get them out.
yeah, I don't think.
Just bring in the ACC and Big 12 schools that have a shot. Get those four schools out of there. Get Tennessee out of there.
Like I just don't like A&M
Rank the
being that
ACC and
ranked
the Big
high
12.
either,
Well, the
man.
ACC is actually ranked like crazy. They have you want to talk bias. I'll be brave enough to put my hand up and say there's an ACC bias because you have Virginia at 14, Louisville at 15, Tech at 17, Miami at 18, Pitt at 24. Five ACC schools.
Yeah, but and how many in the playoff? So clearly they don't give a shit about that. That's what I mean. So if we're
Well,
just going by rankings, that's why they
ACC bias,
favor
EJ.
right.
ACC
They
bias.
favor the rankings when it's an SEC school, but then when it's an
EJ,
ACC
who,
school, they
but
say
honestly,
bullshit.
at the end of the day, who gives a shit about the college football playoffs? These guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're trying to put all the money towards the Tax Slayer Bowl, towards the Pinstripe Bowl, towards the Pop Tarts Bowl. They're trying to load up with these ACC's talent
Hate it.
powerhouses. That's what
Hate
they're
it.
doing.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. A&M is also like Ole Miss. Like you haven't played fucking
They
anyone.
ain't play anybody, Paul. They ain't play
No. Oh,
nobody,
but they're in
Paul.
the SEC and they're undefeated. So why isn't it
But
switched?
you
Why
okay,
isn't it
okay,
BYU?
okay. But you have to. I agree. I agree with you on BYU. I think you could put BYU.
Like if you're gonna, it'd be different if A&M played a schedule like Bama's, and I know it's not their fault. It's just who they were scheduled this year with the SEC. But like UTSA, Utah State, Notre Dame has two losses. Auburn, Mississippi, Florida, Arkansas, LSU, all bullshit. That's all bullshit.
See, this
They're
is the
the
thing.
worst teams in the conference.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, Ole Miss, I think I know you've already said what you said about Ole Miss. I think they're better than Georgia on a neutral site.
Okay, it's fine.
So I would, but if it was me, if I was just using my eyes and my heart, I would put BYU over Georgia, but keep Ole Miss over. So I would go five Ole Miss, six BYU, seven Georgia,
Yeah, I mean it's
eight
tricky.
Oregon, nine Texas Tech.
I
I'm using
get
my
like
heart.
the concept of like a head to head and like is even if it's like annoying because it's whatever, right? Like you said, if that game in isn't in Athens and it's, you know, in Oxford, it's probably the exact opposite, right? It's probably a 7 point win the other way, right? Like but fine. I can deal with head to head and keeping that, you know, like if you beat them in the regular season, you beat them. I don't care. If that was the only time you beat them out of 10, doesn't matter. You did it. Um, but like, yeah, I don't know. It just sets these schools up. Like A&M could lose two and still not be out of the playoff, and they still would only have one.
Mhm.
They wouldn't even have a marquee game. A Notre Dame, I guess. Like
Yeah,
that's what's shitty.
yeah.
And there's that's going to leave no room for like a Vanderbilt to get back in. You know what I mean? Like some of these ones that you could argue are just as good. Like if you put Vanderbilt and A&M on a neutral site, I don't know that I feel that it's a runaway for the Aggies.
You,
It's tough.
I mean,
Tough.
don't say Vanderbilt though. Just please don't because they just are so
I've never seen you so riled up about such a like a program that's been so irrelevant.
losers,
Beat
losers.
Bama one
Well, I'm
time.
also pissed. I'm also so pissed that they somehow covered. Like they were getting demolished by
Blame that on
Texas.
Texas. That's
Blame it
that's
on
on Sark.
Pavia. No, no,
No,
you little worm. Know when to roll over and die.
no. If
Like,
you're Texas, no way. Like you dominated them in the defense for all the entire
nope,
game, but you ease
nope,
up at the end.
nope, nope. Pavia, we're
No.
letting you. No, see, this is where it's like you gotta know when to tap out, right? You gotta know when to tap out. Pavia, just roll over and die. Like I just all the shit that he talks. Like I don't care. You know, don't be a fourth quarter superstar, dude. Like just roll. Just let the horns cover. You son of a bitch. I tell you what, though, ACC and Big 12 going to be a real interesting end of the season here. I big might be my priority watching because I mean Big 12 You got undefeated BYU and Texas Tech playing this week, right? Cincinnati's 5-1 the conference, 7-2 overall. Houston 4-2, 7-2. Utah 4-2, 7-2. Arizona State 4-2, 6-3. They're not out of it. They're not out of it at all. And then ACC is the one that's really
Well,
crazy. I mean, you
Arizona
have,
State might be out of it because Levitt's hurt.
oh yeah, well,
They got a kid that's played pretty good, but
yeah, yeah. But ACC, I mean, 5-0, 8-1 Virginia, 5-1, 8-1 Georgia Tech, 5-1, 7-2 Pitt, who changes out their quarterback to a freshman. It's a whole different team. Louisville 4-1, 7-1, 4-1, 6-3 SMU, 4-1, 5-3 Duke. None of these teams. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. Miami. Then there's Miami at 2-2, 6-2, which I think at this point they may be. I don't know if they're mathematically eliminated from the ACC title game, but I would think they probably need some help to make it happen. I don't think they
yeah.
can just win out to get to the title game. But um,
Can I
yeah,
also just say this?
no. If it's
Looking
about Ole Miss or Vandy, no, you can't.
looking at the bracket here,
Hmm.
is there one game that gets you excited out of that first round?
Uh,
I mean, maybe if tortillas weren't banned, maybe, but that takes the fun out of it. How are you going to have a playoff game in Lubbock without tortillas?
well, thank God this is not what the bracket's going to look like because,
This
again, as we
sucks.
said,
This
this is going to
sucks.
work itself out. But like,
UVA going to Ole Miss. Uh, BYU hosting Notre Dame is probably the game just because it could be like snowing.
Mormons and Catholics,
Right.
holy
Well,
war.
and it could be
Yeah.
like snowing in Provo and it's,
Yeah.
elevation and yeah,
Yeah.
Mormons and Catholics. Like that game is the exciting one. Ole Miss, Virginia, absolutely not. Texas Tech, Oregon is probably second. Obviously, Georgia, Memphis is a joke. Yeah, I don't
No.
know. I don't like this. It would set up Notre Dame, Indiana
You know what?
rematch.
You know what I hate? You know what I absolutely like cannot stand to my core? If Ohio State and Indiana play in the like, let's say they win out.
When?
They win out and they get to the Big Ten
I
championship.
mean, they will. I don't think either has like a real.
Just sit
Okay.
with me for a second
Okay.
and get a trash can. Ohio State and Indiana win out.
Okay.
Indiana beats Ohio State in the Big Ten championship.
Okay.
Where do you rank Ohio State then?
Assuming it's A&M and Alabama in the championship game,
Sure.
and Alabama beats A&M, I don't know that you change that four. Like those four are still the four. So then you probably have Indiana, Alabama, Ohio State, and A&M as 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's kind of gross. I kind of hate that.
I don't love it either. But that's what we're looking down because A&M's not going to play anyone. Texas,
But
it's the
are
only
they
one.
also the four best teams? I mean,
No,
A&M, well, okay. Are the top three in that scenario the three best teams? Probably.
probably. But you could argue Indiana, right? So if you are discrediting Penn State winning the whiteout at Penn State, which is tough because things have snowballed, right? Like I think that was the best version of that team. And then after that, they were just defeated. So I think that's a bit misleading. But if you're discounting Oregon, then like I don't know Indiana. Like yeah, if Ole Miss is so fucking good, if I'm talking about Ole Miss and Indiana and or Indiana Georgia on neutral sites, I don't know. I think definitely Ohio State and Alabama are the two that are above
Are we
the
impressed with
further down.
Ohio State?
I was this last week. So watching saying
I didn't watch any of it, so
So I think the defense is clearly, even though it's fucking fat Patricia, they've played well. They obviously have the players. They have it in every level. Downs is obviously all too well. Downs is fantastic. Likely a top 10 pick at safety. Avril Reese is going to be one of the first pass rushers off the board. got some corner. Like their defense is stacked. Then on offense, I was pretty impressed with Sand. I mean, but obviously they're throwing to NFL receivers, right? Like Smith and Tate are both first round picks. Smith's likely a top 5 pick. And then that's not to mention the other 5-star, receivers they have. Running backs, I was actually the running game is not very good. And so I think that could be their downfall once they get to good teams because it's
Once
going to
they
be
play Michigan and Ryan Day decides
wouldn't that
to
be something?
abandon the passing game.
The only thing is Underwood is he's not good enough to win in Columbus. Maybe if it was in Ann Arbor, but
Michigan has the it is in Ann Arbor.
are you sure? I thought it was in Columbus
It
this
was in
year.
Columbus last year. Remember they went in and planted the flag and there was a big fight?
Oh, that's right. It is in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, Underwood just doesn't throw the ball, so like
Michigan has a chance to do the funniest
they
thing.
could. They could. I don't think they will. Well, who knows? I didn't think they would the last 2 years either. So, I
Well,
was
not
impressed
last
with.
year. Not the year
Yeah.
before they won the Natty. So, but
Well, I
yeah,
still didn't believe that team was natty good. But
I still I mean,
when you know
honestly,
people's plays,
if Jalen
it makes
Milroe
it
just
easier.
would not well, it's easy to know what Alabama was going to run with Milroe because if he was running, he offset his stance. If he was passing, his feet were together. So,
Yeah, I do like Ohio State. I do like Alabama, especially once Simpson gets into like a rhythm, right? Like it's when it's disjointed, it doesn't look great, but when he really starts to find a rhythm, obviously he can make the throws that he needs to make. And honestly, some of that's on the offensive line. And I guess it's when they protect him, they have a good time. When they don't, they have a bad time, right? Because he's not
well, and
elusive.
also, I mean,
Ryan Williams, I need you to start catching balls.
Yeah.
All the balls.
catch them, please.
But at least you have like Jeremy Bernard, who's I'm glad that he has turned into what he was because he always had the potential at Michigan State before he transferred.
Yeah.
And then who's the little dude?
Bloody Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been fine. So, I would say I do think Ohio State's probably up there with the team to beat, but like I said, they don't run the ball well, and I think that's probably going to be a problem eventually, unless Sayan ends up being like he looked great. That was probably the first game I've watched start to finish because obviously we had them for pick'em.
But like Penn State sucks, Wisconsin sucks, Illinois, Minnesota, Washington, they're actually pretty good. Beat Texas at home 14-7. Like, just like they play Purdue at Purdue.
Yeah, but like the Penn State game was a good game though until the second half, right? Like Penn State, because the problem with Penn State, and that's why this is why he got fired. It's not a lack of talent.
Yeah,
like they have the talent to beat anyone, and they
just don't have the will. Like you even see teams after they can their head coach that there's that bump that some teams can get. I thought for sure Penn State would put it together after, but buddy, they just still do not give two shits about playing football right now.
No, and like I said, that Ohio State game was a rivalry game. They showed up for that, and it wasn't bad. And again, considering they had Grunkmeyer, I know like people are gonna shit on Aller, but like it's also a tough spot to put a fucking kid in. And his like third start going to Ohio State with no receivers.
I just
like have fun, kid.
Actually, Michigan has a chance to do a funny thing, but Purdue this Saturday has a chance to do the funniest thing ever.
They should have
being 0-6 in the Big Ten, 2-7 overall. If they could just, if they took down Ohio State this weekend in true spoiler maker fashion,
I'll tell you what, man, that's not a team that like I would, especially is it in Columbus or is it in
It's
West
it's
Lafayette.
it's it's in West Lafayette.
I mean, they score like they put up yardage. Now they shoot themselves in the foot, and that's why they are the record they are. But don't confuse 2-7 as in like, oh, they're just shit. No, like they move the ball, and they should have beat Michigan last week. They shit all over themselves against Illinois, and I think they had 400 yards of total offense against Illinois.
To be fair, Purdue started the season 2-0. I mean,
Right.
they played Ball State in South Illinois to start the season, but they started 2-0. Damn it.
Yeah, they are a team that, like I said, I wouldn't like be like, hell yeah, man. Like, I don't know. And they have a receiver named Michael Jackson. I told you, and they go, hee,
Yeah.
hee. They have like a sound bite when he catches the ball at home.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay, wow. Well, we chatted a lot there,
Yeah, we
and
did. I
we have
might. This Grand Cru has great notes of cherries. It also tastes like another one, so I might go grab another one real quick.
you're gonna this trophy we have is a good one. This will not go by super quickly. So if you
Okay,
would like
well then I definitely
refreshments,
want another one. So I'll
okay.
be right back. Be right back. That's Chris Tucker in Rush Hour 2 when he's singing Michael Jackson at the karaoke. He's like, I'll be
Jamal
right
Lee.
back. Jamon, I'll be right back. Who here knows Ricky Tan? Who here knows Ricky Tan? Who knows Ricky Tan?
Come on, I have set you up with two offline we are's, and both times you've missed it.
I have.
Both times.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, folks. We are here. We are past Christmas. We are past the college football
We're
playoff.
past, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. I was just saying we're past Halloween, but we're
I
not
meant in
past
our
rush hour.
discussion. We are past rush hour, and we have to go faster past that because we will get stuck in rush hour,
We gotta have something special. You one crazy white bitch.
which is one of my favorite movies and franchises.
Oh wait, crazy ass bitch, not white. She was definitely Asian. Anyways,
We are on to the Nickel Trophy,
we are on to the Nickel Trophy.
which is a game played between
Betwixt.
in-state rivals of North Dakota and North Dakota State.
Mm.
So, do you have any guesses to what this trophy looks
You
like?
know, EJ, I had to check to see who I had a guess because I was thinking like the Buffalo Nickel, but I was like, there's no way because North Dakota State's the Bison. I did not know the North Dakota mascot. I was like, that would be crazy if they're the Buffalo, and it could be for the Buffalo Nickel. But they're the Fighting Hawks, and I think it would
They are.
be pretty strange to have a Buffalo Nickel be a trophy. But that being said, I'm still gonna say it's a Buffalo Nickel. Is what we talk about like trophies that are like so like large and beautiful and everything. But I wonder if like what if it was just a little Buffalo Nickel?
Someone pops out of their pocket.
Yeah,
It's like, the coaches at the end of the game shake hands, and he just like digs into his pocket and has, pulls the lint and the paper clip out and is like, here you go.
yeah,
Here, yep,
yeah,
take it.
yeah. I think that'd be kind of sweet. It's like a challenge coin, back
Yeah.
in the back, with the back in our respective paths. So I think that'd be pretty cool.
Okay. Well, why don't we get to the snapshot of the rivalry first? The first matchup was in 1894 between the two schools. North Dakota State won 20-4, and they won the first 3 of 4 games in that series. However, North Dakota won overall. So in that first 10, North Dakota won 6 of 10. So obviously they won 6-4, but the season or the rivalry series lead is North Dakota's with 63 wins to 51 losses and 3 ties.
So
So
I've,
pretty close.
always thought of North Dakota State as a powerhouse. So that surprises me that North Dakota is leading the rivalry because North Dakota State is a powerhouse. So I would imagine they've won at least the past 20 years. They've won every game, perhaps. So that's quite interesting. That's
This,
quite
you're right,
interesting.
because North Dakota State is the premier football program at the FCS level. And North Dakota, if we want to shift to our small school spotlight, located in Grand Forks, North Dakota, which is also on the border of Minnesota, which was interesting because that's North Dakota State is located in Fargo,
Mhm.
but Grand Forks is further north, up that borderline. And North Dakota is a premier hockey program, which we'll get to in a second. But first, they are known. North Dakota, University of North Dakota, is one of the first universities in the nation to offer a degree in unmanned aircraft systems. So
Huh.
some drones. Yes, and it's a major national hub for UAS research.
Man, it's big sky country. A lot of
Yep.
sky to just fly
Yep.
around out there. So,
Got a lot of alien activity to mask by saying they have a
mm,
drone,
exactly.
program
Exactly. Yep.
out there. So along the same lines, they also have a space program. So UND has a space studies program that collaborates with NASA and even operates its own simulated Mars habitat for research training.
So basically, forget simulated Mars habitat.
Hmm.
So I can go do the Martian experience up there.
Think so?
So basically, forget about Roswell, New Mexico. You need to go
Yeah,
further north.
yeah,
Like that's really where the juice is when it comes to the aliens.
yeah, definitely. They, as I mentioned, they are a very storied hockey program. They've been to 22 Frozen Fours, have been the runner-up 5 times, and have won 8 national championships. The last one in 2016.
I'd love to go to a Frozen Four sometime.
I've been to a women's one. That was fun out in Boston for Division One. The Mercyhurst was before they became recently Division One in all sports. Both their men's and women's hockey was Division One, and their men's were terrible, but their women went to 2 Final Fours and 2 national championships in the 4 years I was there.
That's one sporting event you can go to where your wife's probably not too concerned with you picking up chicks at the game.
Yeah. Although there at Mercyhurst, there actually was a few girls on the team that were pretty good looking and straight. I would say most of them were gay or super duper butch.
That tracks.
Yeah,
Well, Phil Kessel's sister was on the Olympic team.
yeah. So she
Pretty
was.
hot.
Well, I guess yeah, she's American. She played against Megan Augusta, who was our kind of star in that Canadian American battle, and she had won a gold medal. Megan Augusta did while she was at Mercyhurst, which was pretty cool. I think it was while
Mm,
she was there, or maybe the year after she left,
mm.
like after she graduated. Um, but yeah, so that was kind of like she was the cornerstone of that team, right? She was the superstar and scored a few goals in that tournament too. Like it wasn't just
Mhm.
like she was fourth line person.
Yeah,
She
she wasn't
was
just there. Yeah, she was contributing.
yeah, no, she was definitely contributing along with the
Mm.
goaltender. I think was the big one from Wisconsin. I remember her. She had this fucking fro that came out of the back of her
Oh my.
goalie helmet. But anyway, back to the University of North Dakota. You can take a look here. This is the Ralph Engelstad Arena, which is a world-class hockey arena, sometimes called the Taj Mahal of hockey. It's famous for its granite floors, leather seats, and marble bathrooms.
Wow.
This was a $104 million facility donated by
Hundred and
Ralph Engelstad himself, who was from the area and made all of his money in casinos in Vegas. So if you
and
kind of scroll,
aliens. Um,
yes,
$104 million.
yeah, for a hockey arena
I
in North Dakota.
I just that's what in the world? What casinos does he own?
They weren't like the big name ones. I forgot. Like I was gonna write it down, but I just thought it would be good enough to just say he made his money in Vegas
Not
casinos.
not for me. It's not good enough, EJ.
And one of the chains is beyond, like they have a location in Vegas, but they have a few other locations across
Biloxi,
the country.
Mississippi. He
Yeah.
owned the Konakai Motel in Las Vegas, which later became the Klondike Hotel and Casino. Huh.
I really looked hard for pictures of a marble bathrooms, but I did not find any. But I did see pictures of these granite floors
Hmm.
in the concourse,
Damn.
which looks pretty nice.
$104 million.
Mhm.
$100 million. Who do you think you got? Chelsea Clinton?
You want that in tens? Okay,
You want any
five
fives of
fives.
that?
Yeah, want any fives of that?
20 million, 20 million in hundreds, 20 million in 20 million in 50, 20 million.
What is? I get any tens, fives of that?
You want any fives of
Um,
that?
All right, beat the Bison week. So they the week before the game, the campus goes all out, leading up to this sweet rivalry. They have banners, chalk art. They have themed dining hall menus like Bison burgers, buffalo nachos. Um,
Ooh, buffalo
and
nachos. That sounds good.
yeah, so they do a pep rally at the Union Memorial or Memorial Union, which what that is, or the Alara Center. The Alara Center is where they play football. It's usually Thursday or Friday before the game. They just host a big rally with the marching band, coaches, and mascot Thunder the Hawk. Team captains usually give some speeches to get the crowd going. Yeah, so I have that. And the Friday before the game is officially Green Friday. So students, staff, local businesses in Grand Forks all wear green and white. And in past years, the students have even guarded some certain landmarks and statues from pranks.
Love
Right?
that. Love. It's been a while since we had a little prank off.
Oh, it
So
has.
that's
This episode's going to introduce something else that it's been a while for, which I'm excited to get to. North Dakota State. So they are an ag school located in Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, you
Um,
betcha.
and they are one of the top agricultural engineering and plant sciences programs in the U.S. They also have an annual Harvest Bowl, which is an event that celebrates the connection between the athletics and the state's agriculture. It features a banquet that honors outstanding individuals in farming, ranching, agribusiness, and the football game itself. And that's just people in the community, not necessarily attached to the community or to the university. And then they also award scholarships to student athletes who have backgrounds in or are studying agriculture at this Harvest Bowl.
So they make all the food for the aliens that are
Yeah.
staying at the University of North Dakota. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, you guys come here. You like potatoes. We make potatoes for you.
Well, yeah, this is North Dakota State, so
Right.
I
No,
mean,
it's a joint cooperation. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is North Dakota houses the aliens. North Dakota State feeds
feeds them. Okay, yeah,
Yes, that's
they
what.
probably North Dakota probably sends some of the rabble rousing aliens down as well. The
Just for a little
undesirables.
bit of fuckery. Just be
Yeah.
like, hey, go. We got some landmarks we need you to deface. Can you do that? And then they like vaporize the landmarks. Like, no, 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 no.
Just paint it, please.
Just paint it. Yeah.
Well, they play at the Fargo Dome, which is probably one of the more known FCS level stadiums because they have hosted game day during their run of national championships.
Should have hosted them a week ago, but yeah.
And this is a major indoor stadium. It's dome, and it's one of the loudest venues in the FCS level. Just provide a little picture there for you if you didn't know what the Fargo.
I have seen, and I've seen GFed did a little walk around in the Fargo Dome. It was a little creepy because all the lights were off and everything like that. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
They also have Thunder is also their mascot, the Bison. But he spells it with an A.
Bring the thunder.
which is interesting. Well,
Lightning and the thunder.
instead of that, they do Thunderstruck just before kickoff.
Hell yeah,
The
dude.
entire Fargo Dome goes dark. Thunderstruck plays while fans wave their gold towels and stomp.
Na, 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 na. I'm gonna guess DMCA strike on this with I think it's real music. So
And they call their week leading up to this game the UND Hate Week. So they have green and gold, like painting green and gold contest all over campus. They have the rivalry rally, which they call the Bison Bash. So again, they have their own little pep rally there where they have the mascot there, the marching band, coaches, and players. Some years they've included fireworks, so live bands near or in the Fargo Dome. And then, like I had mentioned, there have been pranks on from both school side. Some examples have just been, the typical painting, the rivalry landmarks and the school's colors, taking banners or flags. Once in the 1960s, University of North Dakota students allegedly borrowed or stole a small bison statue from Fargo before the game. They returned it, painted in their green.
that doesn't that someone's got to change colors.
It's a different green, but
I mean, it's we painted yours a different shade green, fuckers. Like,
we got you good.
Yeah, like.
And then another year, North Dakota State fans reportedly painted the University of North Dakota's water tower with a yellow bee.
Nice. I like that. Water tower. Yeah.
So when I was thinking about like how to structure this next part, trophy, history, rivalry stuff, sometimes it makes sense to give you a little bit more information. Sometimes it makes more sense to just have you look at the trophy. And in this case, I need you to just scroll down and tell me what the trophy looks like. Let's start there.
Oh, wow. Get into it right now.
Getting right into it. But I do have some fun things to talk about after.
Oh, boy. It is a buffalo nickel. But it is the biggest buffalo nickel you've seen in your entire life. So for reference, oh boy. Oh, okay. So the first picture, this buffalo nickel trophy is sitting next to a hockey jersey, and it is a good 1.5 times the size of the hockey jersey. In height, in width, it's probably 1.5 size too, but it's it's a massive wooden base. There's no need to scroll here. It says nickel trophy. Written in nickel, perhaps, nickel lettering on a wooden base. It's a nice little ornate, it's a trapezoidal base with nickel trophy on it, and then there's a holder, which is nice and ornate, which the gigantic buffalo nickel sits on. It's a 1937 buffalo nickel. And then there's a picture of some University of North Dakota gents hoisting it up. And it takes, the one guy's holding it, but he's looking at two of his buddies like, hey, help me, because this thing is heavy as all get out. Holy smokes. That's a big nickel. NDSU's winning coin face shows a bison. University of North Dakota's winning coin face shows an Indian head. Awesome. Awesome. Biggest buffalo nickel you ever did see. So I was right. It is a buffalo nickel. It's just the biggest one you've ever seen.
So when I was looking, and it was all these different trophies, when I was just doing the research trying to compile a list of trophies that could potentially be in this season, and then I go back and I some of them are very obvious that I'm going to put in, and then when I'm deciding between some, I try to just do a quick research to see does it even have any information, et cetera, et cetera. When I read nickel trophy, it did not cross my mind the the currency. I just thought like made out of nickel,
Yeah.
right? Like I thought it could have been something else, but just made out of nickel. It did not cross my mind that it could be an actual nickel. So I was
A
waiting to see if you
giant
had the
one at that. I
same.
mean, that was my first thought was
Yeah,
his juice was the buffalo nickel
yeah,
that, it's just exchanged hands, very small. But no. They said,
yeah,
listen, Whiskers and Whiskies is going to review this trophy at some
yeah,
point in time. And gosh darn it, we got to take this nickel and put it in the Rick Moranis, honey, I blew up the baby machine and
yeah,
make like that's what it looks like. It looks like Rick Moranis got a hold of this nickel
yeah.
and just blew it up.
So the following information is from the Dakota Date Book article written by Dr. Steve Hoffbeck.
Dr. Steve.
So some of this, like how I'm going to read it, is going to be a little bit narrative. His words, just to because the way he describes it, I wanted to capture it using his words versus just me kind of
Totally get
editorializing
that.
it. So he says, our story starts in 1937 when the University of North Dakota hosted North Dakota State for homecoming, with the winner getting a brand new prize, a shiny nickel trophy shaped like a gigantic buffalo nickel. The nickel idea came from University of North Dakota student Robert Kunkel. Kunkel was the editor of the Dakota Student Campus newspaper and suggested establishing the rivalry trophy following in the tradition of, you named it, the Little Brown Jug, a game played between Minnesota and Michigan. Using a nickel was a brilliant concept because the nickel 5-cent piece of the era was also called a buffalo nickel, and it was portraying a bison or buffalo on one side and the head of a Native American on the other, and which might not have made total sense to you because until the 2012, the University of North Dakota were the Fighting Sioux.
There we go. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And yeah, so the University of North Dakota manufactured the nickel itself, measuring in 22 inches in diameter. And this heavyweight trophy.
Hold on. The University of North Dakota made this thing?
Yes.
So they manufactured the nickel?
In
So
1937.
you're telling me that 1937. So you're telling me the people that got the alien program. Oh well, I'm sorry. The drone program,
Yeah,
and
in
then
space.
the aerospace program in quotes.
Yeah.
They
10 years
manufactured
before
the trophy?
Roswell.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure they manufactured it and didn't use an alien blow up ray. Just put I mean they just put a normal I am onto them. I am so I need that ancient aliens guy, the aliens guy. I need him on this because like this is proof, it's clear as day that someone just took a nickel, gave it to the aliens and said, I need this for a football trophy, make it huge. And the aliens are like, say no more, fam, and
I
blew it
know.
up for him.
I should have told you to put some tin foil, like aluminum foil, next to you, and you could have done like KFC style,
Oh yeah.
Clancy, like whoosh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm all in on that. They can't sneak this one past me.
So this behemoth measures 22 inches in diameter, made of a dull cast aluminum alloy, weighs 75 pounds. So that makes it more than 35,000 times the weight of a 1937 Buffalo nickel. 75 pounds. That's I'm thinking like if you're at the gym, you're grabbing some 45 plates, that's like a good way to a way to think of it, but like almost, double that weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need some help.
Yeah.
So a little bit more about the kind of trophy history. So in order to kind of offset the manufacturing costs of the trophy, the University of North Dakota's Blue Key Service Club raised money by selling clay ceramic replicas of buffalo nickels, 2 inches in diameter, for 25 cents each. So the University of that Blue Blue Key Club members sold 1,500 of the medallions, and North Dakota State's club sold 210 more.
I'd love to get my hands on one of those. Would love to track. I bet you could. I bet you
Probably.
could at some antique store out
Yeah, I
there.
was gonna say if you just go around like Grand Forks, like
Yeah.
just like a thrift store, I bet you they're in there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So in the inaugural 1937 Nickel Trophy game on October 30th, the University of North Dakota clobbered North Dakota State 27-0. And predictably, there were some shenanigans. Somebody stole the Nickel Trophy on the Friday before the game, taking it by taxi after the trophy's unveiling at the alumni homecoming banquet. When Saturday's football game began, the officials did not know the whereabouts of the big nickel, and the pranksters had actually stashed it on the University of North Dakota president's John C. West's front porch, where West recovered it just in the nick of time for the presentation to the winning team at the homecoming dance.
Wow.
So it's been a while since we've had
a
stolen trophy.
Theft presented on the porch before the homecoming dance. Damn. That's just doing it for the love of the game. That's
It is.
just thieving for the sake of thieving.
Now, fast forward 60 years later, there is the 1997 heist.
Oh,
So in 1997, a group of North Dakota State students dressed up as University of North Dakota janitors and entered the football offices and stole the trophy. So after the theft, the trophy went on a tour of sorts. The thieves took photos of the nickel in front of landmarks such as Mount Rushmore and Niagara Falls. And then presumably...
Niagara Falls?
Uh-huh.
In New York?
Yeah. Correct.
So these guys drove cross country with a 75-pound nickel in the car?
Yeah.
I hope it rode shotgun.
Had to have. Could you imagine the one person that's like driving, being like, "Are you seriously going to put me in the back?"
Yeah, nickel ride shotgun.
So the North Dakota coach slash athletic director Roger Thomas recounted that era, that during that era that these students pranks would they'd come to his office and they would take the door off, the lock off, and it would actually take quite a beating, his door, because people would try and steal it and take it back.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so he just recounts his door continuously being damaged because North Dakota State students trying to get to that nickel.
How about you try to win a football game?
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in 1998, they did, but there was a retaliation from the University of North Dakota.
As well, there should be.
So according to the University of North Dakota's Game Over Nickel Trophy Retires article, in 1998, the University of North Dakota students pulled off what most would consider a plot that could have spawned a spy thriller. Obtaining blueprints for the North Dakota State building where the trophy was displayed, and they crawled through the air ducts.
Oh my God, they Mission Impossible did. Mission Impossible came out in 96, I think. Right? When did that come out?
It's got to be close.
Well, yeah. Wait, hold on. 1966 TV series. When was the first one? 1996. Yeah, May 22nd. They Mission Impossible did. Yeah.
So one humorous story: as the game day approached and the trophy was missing, a student simply walked into Coach Thomas's office and said, "I have the nickel," and the trophy was returned the next morning.
How? So they crawled through the air ducts.
Yep.
To get to the trophy.
Yep. So they got the blueprints of the building to know
right
where to go.
But like this trophy would not fit back into the air duct. They had to leave the building. They couldn't have.
22 inches. I don't know.
They had to just walk out the door.
Maybe. I mean, well, if it's gonna fit, if an air duct's gonna fit a person, it's got to be at least a decent size,
Have you
diameter to fit a
seen this
person.
trophy?
Well, it's 22 inches. I get it. You're a big person. Like, I'm a big person. Well, you're not getting through a person isn't getting into the air ducts. Like, if a person can get in the air ducts, it's got to have at least enough of a 22, a hole that's this size to get a person through. Now, how they got it back up there it was probably fucking hard, right? It was probably like two people hoisting it to one to get it up, but
It had to be the duct, like the air intake on the ground, I would assume.
I
Or
don't know.
maybe if they had an air intake up. Whew,
Well,
well done.
this leads us to 2003. The annual game ended after the 2003 season, largely because North Dakota State moved its football program to a different division level. So from Division Two, which it was up until that point, to the FCS level, to 1AA. So scheduling became difficult. And in that last game, the University of North Dakota defeated North Dakota State in a 28-21 overtime thriller. So the rivalry would continue in 2015 after that 12-year hiatus, because that's when the University of North Dakota joined the FCS level, which brought up some questions of, one, where's the trophy? And two, would it be used again? So the whereabouts, this is what's considered the whereabouts secret era. So between 2003 and 2015, there was, according to the University of North Dakota's athletic administrator, he was one of only 5 people who knew the whereabouts at any given time of where that trophy was.
Five people?
5 people. So in 2015, this was a pretty cool article. It was written by the North Dakota State, like in the North Dakota State Sports Illustrated online. So it was a very cool account from the journalist himself, who went to the facility in Grand Forks to photograph and just write a little bit about the history. And especially at that point in time, like, people knew the University of North Dakota had it, but like it wasn't on display because of the thievery, and especially since there was such a hiatus.
It wasn't on display, brother. Put it on display. Then you have people looking after it. Clearly, there's no doors that can stop these thieves.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what? The plot thickens, EJ, because like this level of theft. How are kids? I guess you have nothing else to do. I guess in North Dakota, there just
Fucking
must
North
be
Dakota,
nothing else to do other than go steal trophies
and drink
heavily. And when you're drinking heavily, you're gonna think, "Hey, you know that fucking nickel? let's take it.
Let's go get it."
Anyways, okay, all right. So 5 people know where this trophy is.
Yeah. So in 2015, this SI journalist and photographer had an agreement to go to the University of North Dakota to get pictures of this and to see it and just talk about it. And it was really funny the way he talked about it. But essentially, he got walked into the sports center by the administrator, the sports administrator, and he got so put to, like, if I remember correctly, you guys should just read the article, but it's just funny because he was like essentially got put to a shed, and he's like, "Oh, it's definitely in here." And then he like walked past the administrator walked past the shed to a closet, and he's like, "Clearly it's there." And while like the guy was the reporter was kind of like distracted and looking around just at the building, he realized that the administrator had kind of like slipped away from him and then rolled the nickel from a different location, like from a hallway. So to this day, the guy thinks it was in the administrator's trunk of his truck, but he doesn't even know where the administrator pulled it from in that moment. Like, it wasn't even like he didn't think about it, and it just, he got distracted, and then he was like, "I don't even know where this came from." Like, was it in his pants the entire time?
It was it was a pocket dimension created by the aliens.
Yeah, just came out of nowhere. So he like rolled it out in secrecy out of this, like through this garage door.
They're keeping this thing in effing pocket dimension, EJ, an effing pocket dimension.
So in this piece that he wrote, he notes that the trophy through that era was stored in various nondescript locations, which included people's homes, in offices, in vehicles, just to prevent any kind of theft
The
or breaks
mobile,
on it.
yeah, the
Yep.
mobile aspect of it's very interesting. I mean, but really, it's in a pocket dimension. That's what it is. I mean, if anyone's seen the latest Superman movie, like
Yeah.
pocket
Lex
dimensions are
Luthor.
all the rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So I kind of accidentally teased this with the name of the article, but and we kind of talked about it earlier. Unfortunately, due to the Fighting Sioux changing their name, and that was changed for the reason you think it was changed, because of a little bit of woke culture at the time. Um,
don't tell me they don't play for this anymore.
they decided to retire the trophy.
Are you?
So 2003 was the last time that this butte was exchanged because it didn't make sense to have didn't have the sense.
They just keep taking from us, CJ. They just. I could scream. I could scream, but I'd wake up my kids and my wife. Oh, that hurts. That hurts real bad.
I mean, the kind of good news is in December 2018, the trophy was formally placed in a permanent collection of the North Dakota Historical Society
Steal it. Someone steal it.
in Heritage Center in Bismarck.
Someone steal it.
So you can at least go and
trophy.
and see this trophy. However, it is no longer being exchanged for the schools. And since 2015, they have talked about adding another trophy because they wanted to have another
The
traveling
kids
trophy.
demand it.
But they have not come up with one. And that
Just
and
put a
there's-
fucking hawk on the back. Like just update it and put a hawk on, or just put it like a little like disclaimer that's like like parody.
promise not racist.
Yeah, like parody law. Just put a little sticker on there that says parody law. Like this is all under parody. That's just
I know. I agree. That's it. That's all I have for you.
I hate higher education. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't prepare a list of trophies as like stop moving to see better. Um which is good because this episode's gone quite long anyways. Like,
Yes,
we're, I
it
think
has.
coming up on 2 hours right now.
Yeah.
But also like I don't even know who to compare this with. Like it has everything that we've wanted. Um I mean,
History.
yeah,
Like it
history,
is old.
theft.
Thievery. It made sense, literally, and because it was a cent
Yeah.
piece.
This or the jug.
That is interesting. The jug is just the OG, and it has some really fun. Like the reason why is hilarious. Thinking
Yeah.
someone's gonna poison you.
Poison. Yeah.
Um,
But we got
and
aliens. We got
I know this
we
one. This
got
one's up there though. Like this deserves to be, especially considering like zoom out. This is FCS.
yeah.
It's easy to get lost because people know what North Dakota State is now because of their dominance at the FCS level, which is garnered attention from like ESPN and whatnot. But like this is FCS,
Yeah.
an in-state rival, and they had an awesome trophy. So it definitely deserves to be potentially in a top 5. I still think the jug is the jug, right? It's the OG.
Yeah.
It sucks that Michigan and Minnesota don't play each other very often, and when they do recently, it's not been competitive, but it kind of is. So you don't get to see it as often because of
Yeah.
them not playing.
Oh,
But now
bring this
that should
back.
change. I know.
Bring this back.
So this
Those
game will
Zoomers also don't drink and they also don't participate in shenanigans other than 6-7. So like maybe I don't know, maybe don't bring it back. Maybe the youth have ruined it. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like aliens, if you're listening, just make another. I think it's time.
Yeah.
Maybe put your logo on one side, We'll see.
What's this alien doing?
It's just Bob. So this game will be played this Saturday at 2 p.m. in Grand Forks. It might be an ESPN Plus game if you have ESPN Plus. So I might actually be on the lookout if I'm sitting at my TV at 2 p.m. just to see if I can see this, like any kind of history or another pictures of this trophy. Just to give people context, North Dakota State is undefeated, 9-0. Looking to continue their dominance, and North Dakota is 6-3, but they're undefeated at home. So this could actually be a pretty good matchup. No idea what the spread is because, major sports books do not carry FCS. Not all, at least the ones that I look at don't carry FCS level. So I'm not sure, but should be probably a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to do it for us this week. Follow us on Instagram at whiskers.whiskies, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And join us next week when we talk about the battle for Chief Cadeau.
I bet that's been fucking canceled too.
For Mike, I'm EJ. Always remember, too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is barely enough.
Cheers, boys.